Come on, light. Welcome, sun and sunsets. My name is Cynthia Renee Meeks, and I'm a spiritual awakening guide for those who have a strong desire to spiritually define their life path in this life or a past life. The modalities I use are numerology, metaphysics, and hypnosis. Now, today I have a special treat for my parents. Now, parents, I want to talk to you about your child's individual uniqueness. Now, as you know, when a child is born, the first thing a parent does is run to the Google and find out what is their zodiac sign, right? Or sometimes you already know. Well, the only thing that you're missing is your child's energy, right? Because we are vibrational beings and we are made up of, you guessed it, energy. So today I'm giving you a special gift that will help you parent like a pro, knowing your child's energy based on their birthday number. Okay, let's get started. This video are for the parents whose children are born on the 2nd of the month, the 11th of the month, the 20th of the month, or the 29th of the month. And these children are known as the 2 energy. And I guess you're asking and wondering, well, Cynthia, my child is born on the 11th of the month. How are there 2 energy? Because 1 plus 1 is 2. And for those who are born on the 29th of the month, 2 plus 9 is 11, and 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so these are some key words for your child's energy. Now, they may not show you all of this, but these are keywords to keep in mind when you are observing their growth from 0 to 18, because the birthday number is the most active energy in your child from 0 to 18. Now, your child has 5 core energies, just like you have, which derives from their birthday and their name. So it's the birthday number, the life path number, the destiny expression number, the soul urge / heart's desire number, and the personality number. Now, the life path number is the one that helps your child or an adult, mainly adults, because the child will, the birthday number, the life path number will become more obvious when they are when they get past 18 years old, because they've had a little life experiences, and so now it's time for them to experience, the energy of the life path number. And some kids already experience life path number even in their adolescent time. So it just depends on how strong the life path number is, and it can supersede the birthday number. Okay, so the key words for your child 2 energy are diplomacy, nervousness, sensitivity, harmony, balance, cooperation, peacemaker, giving and receiving unconditional love, compassion, nervousness, and I think I said balance. Hopefully I said balance. So these are some key words that will that when you are observing your child, you will see they will kind of pop up some things that they will be developing along the way through their from birth to adolescent through adolescent time. Okay, so what's special about the 2 energy? I'm glad you asked. Your 2 energy is a peacemaker. They are here to service the world with their love and compassionate and supportive ways. Okay, working with your 2 energy, how can you help them? I'm glad you asked. Well, your 2 energy, first thing is first, they are over the top sensitive. So how you can help them is very simple. Help them to release this emotional baggage all day long, whether they're boys or girls. they are taking other kids' emotions on, and they carrying it around. So if someone's at school crying because they were bullied, or they fell and they hurt themselves, or they just crying because they miss their parents, your kids will bring on all of this energy, and they take it all in, and it truly affects them. If they see a squirrel that died just laying in the street, it affects them differently than it would, say, for instance, if you had a 9 child or 1 child. So you have to truly understand their sensitivity. So I want you to even think about this when you have your boys who are born on the 2nd, the 20th, the 11th, or the 29th of the month, and they are very sensitive. You have to truly work with them, because this is how they're born. They're born with this extra compassion. They're born with this extra loving and supportive attitude. They're born with this sensitiveness, so they know how other people are feeling, and that's why they understand them, they feel it, but they have to learn how to release it. Okay, so helping them to learn how to construct and act upon their healthy emotions, and the boundaries that go between healthy and then the baggage type of emotions. Okay, number 2, you want to work with your child on their knowledge and approval. So your 2 energy have a tendency to want to have consistent validation, to let the from everyone, their teachers, their friends, their mom, their dad, their siblings. So you kind of want to work with them on feeling good and knowing that they are doing a great job. Okay, number 3. Your 2 energy tend to get hurt very deeply. When your child gets to feel like they are emotionally damaged, when they get hurt very, very deeply, they tend to turn into the anti-2, the one that is the opposite of loving and compassion and gentleness. They turn to someone that is very aggressive and have resentment. So you definitely want to watch out for that. If you have a 2 energy child and they are very aggressive and very mean-spirited, then you know they are imbalanced. They're working it on the negative side because they are very hurt and damaged. So they need to find that healthy balance of trusting again, so they can, get back to their loving, supportive self. Okay? Number 4, I believe, your child will struggle with this ultimate people pleaser. You, as a 2 energy, they always want to make sure that they're making everybody happy, and everybody is working together. Everybody is feeling good because they're the peacemaker, right? They want to make sure that everything is happy and balanced and joyful, and so they can try to be a people pleaser. Even meaning doing something that everybody else wants them to do instead of doing something that they are desired to do, just so everybody can just stay happy and no one will be upset. So you definitely want to work on this with your child, because they will get to a point as an adult 2 energy and still be trying to be a people pleaser, and then get to a point where they don't even know what they want to do because they've been doing something with someone else that have been pushing them to do for so long, they've lost themselves. So kind of get a grip on this and know that your child, yes, is a people pleaser, but you want to make sure that you are cultivating their own desires and dreams that they have, even at a young age. Okay, so the next one is the doormat 2. If you have noticed that your child is not the people pleaser, but now is the doormat, they can go through a period of allowing people just to run all over them and step on them. But in this case, this will actually help them to learn how to stand up for themselves and have a voice. They're not, they're not really shy people, because 2 people do have a lot of friends. They do like to have friends around them. They like to cultivate friendships and especially the girls, right? But you want to make sure and look out and make sure that they are not their friends are not treating them as a doormat, okay? That they are standing up for themselves. Also, you have to make sure that they're not being too codependent on you, because with their 2 energy, they will have a tendency to wait until the parents, do everything for them, or leaning on them for what they think, what you think about this. So just make sure that you are allowing them to have a voice and make decisions on their own. They can do it, but they can become quickly codependent on what everybody else thinks, and that's how they become a people pleaser. All right. Next thing I want you to help them with is keeping their room and space clean. So not so much the number born on the 2nd of the month, but more or less for the ones that are born on the 11th of the month and the 29th of the month, because 29 is also 11, right? And those are considered the master 11 kids, and we're going to get into that later shortly. But the master 11 kids need to have a tidy space, because when they are in this chaotic room, they tend to have tendency to have more nervous energy, and they can't think when things are like everywhere. So you want to make sure that they always keep their space tight and clean and neat, so they can be able to function and be able to have, be able to think and be able to move around their space and not be so chaotic. So they'll be able to, stay balanced, okay, and not be so nervous, because when things are everywhere, they can't find anything, they can become very nervous and jittery, okay, and antsy and have anxiety. So you want to make sure that they always keep their space clean and tidy. So how are they different? I'm glad you asked. So if your child is born on the 2nd of the month, the 11th of the month, the 20th of the month, and the 29th of the month, they are all different. They do have some similar characteristics, but each number give you something different about your 2 energy, okay? And so here's when I break it down. So if you have a child that's born on the 2nd of the month, know that this child specifically is the peacemaker, okay? And not only are they the peacemaker, but they're the ones that are very sensitive, intuitive, diplomatic. They love helping others. They love being in a cooperative situation. And they need to always be in peaceful environments. They love hugs and cuddled. But your 2 energy born on the 2nd of the month, they are quickly to be depressed. Okay, easily to get depressed, easily to fall victim, to be the victim, plays the victim role. So you have to be careful and watch out for these characteristics, these attitudes that they will, and emotions that come up in them. So why are they easily depressed? I'm glad you asked. So because their emotions are different from other people, right? So anything that is, if they are criticized or something doesn't go their way, or they're not getting the opportunity to shine, so to speak, not shine and be in the spotlight, but to be able to get out what they are thinking and what they're feeling, they have a tendency to be depressed. If they cannot, I guess if they're unable to make something happen that they really want to do, they can become depressed. So just watch out for this anxiety. I know a lot of 2 energies, they end up in counseling, psychiatry, taking medicine, because they don't know. They don't understand their sensitivity. They think that they're just, what is wrong? Something is going on. Something went wrong with me. But it's nothing wrong with them. They came into this world with this sensitive nature so they can be able to understand other people, help them, be the ones that have that compassion. They're the ones that can sit beside someone who's dying and aid them into to their next evolution, because they have that compassion, that sensitivity, and an old soul. Okay, so understand that you want to keep your child away from anything negative, even funerals, right? Because people are crying, hospitals, people are crying all the time. So just be mindful of that and protect them in all the ways that you can. Protect them and keep them away from negative energies, negative information like the news, So just tread softly when you have to bring them some bad information or something that you know that will affect them differently than your other children. So if you have a child that's born on the 2nd of the month and you have one, say for instance, born on the 5th of the month or the 7th or the 9th, then all of them are different. And you have to understand the way you bring information to your 2 energy. You need to tread softly because they take it in a different way than most people. So now let's talk about the 11 energy. So these are your master 11s, right? Master 11s, which means they will have, how can I explain it? So they have, the bar is set pretty high for them when they come into this world. They come into this world already mature. So if you have a child that's born on the 11th of the month, yes, they are considered a master 11. And usually these children are the ones that are prone to sickness, right? Because they have to go through some things in life. They coming back to this world and they have an old soul because yes, they've had many, many lifetimes like all of us, but they have mastered life. And they decided just to come back for just a little bit more experience to add to their, their perfect life and perfect soul of who they are. So your master 11 will feel like they're like different from everybody else. Like, what's going on with me? Why do I have these feelings? Why no one understands me? Because they don't understand themselves. So I'm going to give you some key information. However, it's good to do your own due diligence because there's so much information out there about master 11s. It's best to go with the old information, not so much with the new information, back into the early 1900s when they're talking about master 11, because you'll really understand the spirituality that comes into play when you're talking about master numbers. Okay, master 11, master 22, but this time we're talking strictly about master 11. So 1 equals 2. So your child will not only have 2 energy, but they also will have the 1 energy. So the 1 energy is the one that is very, it's like a leader, very stubborn, but is here to lead and direct. And so your 11 energy is known as the master teacher, again, the leader. So they go through things in life in order to master the life. So basically, someone else can learn from their journey. Someone else can learn how they overcame illnesses and sickness and accidents. And so, but they will go through something. There was a movie out there, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a surfer movie, right? And the girl lived in Hawaii and she got her arm cut out, bit off by a shark. Never cried. She was a little girl, never cried at once when she got her arm bit off. That was something that she loved to do, was surfing. And so when she got her arm cut off, that they thought that was going to stop her, prevent her from doing it ever again. As soon as she healed, she got right back up and started again, and she became this huge pillar in her community, a pillar all over the world for children who don't have limbs but still to choose to serve. And so that's a master. She's a master 11, perfect example of a master 11, someone who go through adversities but still come out strong and able for other people to able to see how she got through that difficult challenge in her life. And so here are some key things to know the difference between a regular 2 and a master 11 2. So a master 11 2 is highly, highly intuitive. Now, if you have a child who says that, Mom, I'm dreaming, or I see some things, or I knew that was going to happen before it happened, then believe them because it's true. They are highly, highly intuitive. And they are very idealistic. They have a great deal of intuition. They are actually they can be great healers, right? Even at a young age, they can be great healers because they have this special energy that other children don't possess. Not even their 2 energy, one's born on the 2nd of the month. Emotional, reactive, and they can bruise easily from criticism of others. Because they go through a period of illnesses and sometimes breakouts, they can be criticized or talked about, and sometimes they can be very bruised because they don't understand, why am I going through this? I'm a child too. I want to have a normal life. And so you just have to show them, look, you are very, very special. You are highly special. You are a master 11, and this means something in the eyes of God, okay? They are visionaries and excite others with their ideas. So Master 11, they do have some great ideas, and not only do they have great ideas, but they can manifest it. Now, it has been said with some other numerologists that Master 11s are more dreamers than doers, but to me, I say they are more depending on where the 11 falls. A lot of times when it falls in their born number, they are more of a doer than a dreamer, right? But I can understand why they say that, because Master 11, they're still a 2 energy, and if they are moving more on the 2 side, then they can be very sensitive. They can be a people pleaser. They can follow doing what other people want them to do. If they have a very strong parent and pushes them to lean on their own understanding and you know, be that leader with the double wands, then they can become more doers than just dreamers. Okay, it all depends on the parents, on you, on how you're going to cultivate your child in this energy. Okay, they are prone to bumps and bruises. I mentioned that because they have prone to accidents. Okay, so just be mindful that if you have a Master 11, that they need to always keep their space tight and clean and neat and tidy up, because they're the ones who have the most nervous energy, always afraid something is going to happen. You know, wanting to always be codependent, hang on close and tight to their parents because they're afraid to let go. So just make sure that you are, you know, pushing them to be able to be brave and go out and lean on their own self and learn how to be more independent than codependent. Okay, moving right along, let's get to the children who are born on the 20th of the month. What you should know about them, the ones born on the 20th of the month. Now, the ones born on the 20th of the month, they have great awareness, right? They are known as the bringer of harmony. They like to bring harmony and balance to all situations. So the ones that are born on the 20th of the month are the ones that are kind of lucky. They are lucky. Born on the 20th of the month, more so than the life path number 2. So they total birthday equal 20, they also will be lucky. But born on the 20th of the month is a very lucky number in the eyes of numerology for the children. Okay, so they can see the feelings of others. So they are not, the intuitiveness is not there, but they can actually see the feel. They can feel more than the Master 11. The Master 11 is all about their intuition, right? How they're connected. But the ones born on the 20th of the month, they can actually have feelings of other kids that are around them, knowing when they are really, something is really bothering them and they're not really happy when they have a smile on their face. Highly sensitive. So this one with the 2 energy, 2 with the 0 amplifying the 2, they are highly sensitive, right? Very, very sensitive. So these are the ones that you want to always, if they want to tell you something, you want to listen. Because they're very sensitive to everything around them. So even if they don't see it, they can feel it. Even if they don't see you, they understand and they can feel what's going on with you, even if you're not around them. Okay, they're very modest, diplomatic. They're very polite kids. They need physical affection. Okay, meaning they need plenty of hugs and kisses and love and reassurance and so just know that if you have one that's born on the 20th of the month, do what you can do as a parent, even if that's not your personality, but just do it anyway, right? Do it and just grit your teeth. Give them love and give them hugs as much as you can. It will make them feel good and it will truly help them along the way. It is the power behind their throne. I mean, if you do that, that will truly help them and aid them as they go through this adolescent periods, because even if you're not around them and they're needing that hug and love from you, they will embrace that feeling that they remembered having it when they did get it from you. Okay, so hugs and kisses and love and that affection goes a long way with your kids that's born on the 20th of the month. These kids are very impressionable. So be careful but what you say around them, what others say around them, and what they're watching on TV, what they're listening to. Very, very impressionable. Okay, and they hate to be alone. So if you have one that is born on the 20th of the month, and this was my oldest not born on the 20th of the month, but his life path is 20, and he hated to be left at home alone. Now he loved to hang around friends. Like, he needed to be around people, because when he was alone, he just, I don't know, maybe he was so sensitive, he didn't tell me what he was hearing or feeling from in his surrounding that he couldn't see. But he and sometimes they won't tell you, right? Sometimes they will hide that from you because they don't know how you will receive it or perceive what they are truly feeling and seeing, if you don't see it or feel it. So just know that if you have a boy or girl and they're young, and parents tend to leave kids at home when they get to a certain age, so know that even if leaving them with a babysitter, they just don't like to be left alone. So do whatever you can to make them feel comfortable. Okay, now let's get to the 29th. So if your child is born on the 29th of the month, your child is known as the psychic, right? So yes, all twos are very sensitive. Yes, all of them have different characteristics and talents that go hand in hand. But the ones that are born on the 29th are the ones who are more psychic, the ones who have the ability to see what is unseen, to hear what is unheard, to feel what is unfelt. They have that ability. So if you have a child that's born on the 29th of the month and they say, I see dead people, okay, they probably really do see dead people, okay? And if they say that I've seen this before, we've been here before, I felt this before, I know what is about to happen, believe them, because they know what is about to happen. They are the ones who can truly be the psychic, and will truly have experiences that will help them in their psychic ability. Now we're going to talk about how you can support your 2 energy. Number 1, allow your child to say no. Saying no will help them not to become that people pleaser, amongst other things like the doormat, and being codependent. So helping your child say no would be the best way to support them. Number 2, encourage your child to do group activities so your child will not feel like they are alone or left alone. Encourage them to do group activities will help them feel like they are a part of something. Okay, they already are the ones that don't like the bright light shined on them. They don't want to be in the forefront, but being a part of something will help them feel like they are not alone and left by themselves and have no one to play with. Okay, and also help them feel like they belong, because they can often feel like they, that's why they turn to depression. And number 3, how you can support your 2 energy. You can support your 2 energy by giving them extra kudos, right? Extra kudos, extra love, extra support. They need their reinforcements to truly get out there and be brave and have courage. So and not be so timid and sensitive. So giving them that extra kudos and support with that additional pat on the back goes a long way for your 2 energy. So I hope this information has helped you, and if you have any additional questions, you can leave me a comment below. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification button. I really don't care about the notification button, but also like and subscribe so you can be able to have more of these videos about your child's energy. Okay, if you want to send me a question in private, you can simply email me at info@cynthiareneemeeks.com. If you would like to book an appointment to talk about your child's energy and whatever else they're experiencing, you can go to my Facebook page, facebook.com. I am Cynthia RM. And there is an appointment to book to know your child. Okay, again, my name is Cynthia Renee Meeks, and I'm a spiritual awakening guide for those who have a strong desire to spiritually define their life path in this life or a past life. I'm a spiritual teacher, numerologist, and hypnotist. So if you would like to book an appointment to know more about your energy, then you can go to my website at cynthiareneemeeks.com and book that appointment today. Always remember to love, live, forgive, give your kids lots of hugs and cuddles, and bye for now.